So this graph shows a partially drawn Voronoi diagram for points A, B, and C. And they've marked point D here for us, which is the vertex of the Voronoi diagram. So we know that the third boundary, the equation that they want us to find, has to hit this vertex. So it wants us to find the equation of that third line. So that line would go somewhere in here, where it would be a perpendicular bisector between the points B and C, and it would hit this point here. So this is where our steps come in from last class, when we were trying to find the equation of our perpendicular bisectors. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find that gradient, that slope. So we have point B here at 4, 4. Point C here at 7, 1. So this is going to be your x1, y1, x2, y2. So our gradient is going to equal 1 minus 4 over 7 minus 4. So it's going to be negative 3 over 3, which equals negative 1. Once we have the gradient of our original line, we need to switch and find that perpendicular gradient, which is the negative reciprocal of this, so it's going to be positive, because if the first one's negative, the second one has to be positive. And if I reciprocate 1 over 1, I still just get 1. So once we have our perpendicular bisector, then we needed to find our midpoint. However, we don't necessarily need to find the midpoint in this diagram, because we already know a point that is on our line. We know our line has to come from this point. So we already know a point that is 4.5 and 1.5. So we can either use this point, or you can find the midpoint. Either one will get you the right answer at the end. So once we have the point in our diagram, we have our slope, we can put it into that point slope form. So we're going to y minus 1.5 equals m, which we use the m perpendicular, so 1, which of course we don't necessarily have to write, x minus 4.5. So now we're going to put it into the proper form, or the point-intercept form that's more common. So of course this 1 doesn't actually do anything, so I just need to add 1.5 to both sides. So I get the final equation of y equals x minus 3. So if this is correct, when I put it into my diagram here, it should look like a perpendicular bisector between B and C. So let's see how well we did here. So I want to input y equals x minus 3. So it does go through our point. It does look like it goes in the middle of B and C. I'm just going to put a domain on it so that it ends where we want it to. So we want x to be greater than 4.5. There we go. Now it ends at our vertex, and we have a completed Voronoi diagram. So the equation of the line is y equals x minus 3, and this is what the completed Voronoi diagram looks like.